Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in for your August 2017 Written in the Stars Horoscope. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before, and if you're back, hi again. This is a really pivotal month for a couple of reasons, both personally and astrologically. So let's start with the personal side. It's our anniversary. It's been one full year that I've been uploading these videos to YouTube, and I just really want to say thank you. Thank you so much that every like, every share, comment, subscribe has really truly meant the world and driven me further toward my dream, which kind of fits into the astrological theme for this month. But I just want to say thank you, and that it truly means the world. Like, I could say so many things, but they're all going to sound cliched, but please trust that this is coming from the bottom of my awkward heart. Okay, so astrologically speaking, you've probably heard the news around the astrological water cooler is that we are heading into eclipse season, a time when things really get supercharged. You can think of eclipses, which always occur on new and full moons, as new and full moons on steroids. If a full moon means things are done and it's time to move on, something has either come to completion or crisis and it's time to make a new start, then a full moon eclipse is like, whoa, it's really time to move this out and be done with it. Let it go so you can move forward with more momentum. That's coming full moon in Aquarius on August the 7th, depending on where you are in the world. But the really exciting news is that August 21st, new moon, full solar eclipse in Leo, repping that Leo new moon. Leo is the sign of the heart. Leo is the sign of the inherent talent and uniqueness that makes you exactly who you are and completely different from everyone else. So this new moon is inviting you to a beautiful new beginning. It's like an invitation to be fully who you are. What seeds do you want to plant? What star do you want to shine in the universe for you? How do you shine? This is the time for you to decide. So take that full moon time to push things out of your life that aren't working for you anymore so that you have room for the beautiful new beginning coming on the 21st. So you can hear more about that. You can check out my blog, writteninthestars.co, to see where those moons are affecting you most, but also keep an eye here on the YouTube channel for a couple of videos on those moons specifically. Okay, so now let's get to my line. Without further ado, on to your reading.
Hello, Cancer. How are you doing? I hope that life has been treating you well. You have anything you're looking to get eclipsed out of your life? Anything started, anything finished? What's on your mind, Cancer? Give it some thought. Ooh. Hasn't fallen out yet, but a guy that jumped out while I was meditating and praying on you. He just flashed up at me, so let's see if that card pops on out at you. Okay. So, wanted to mention that this month, that new moon on the 21st, it's falling in your house of money and values, what I like to call the house of net worth and self-worth, because it's about what you believe in and whether or not you feel valuable, valued, and whether you are valuing what really matters to you in life. Spirit's like, I'm ready to talk. So that is something that you would really benefit from focusing on this month, like literally your money, your budget, your goals, what it is that you want to create. Ha ha ha! The magician pops out as we talk about what you want to create. Make sure you can see everybody here. Sorry, Spirit's cutting in. Think about what you value. Think about what you want to be valued for. You are a resourceful creature, Cancer. A creator. The mother of the zodiac, literally, figuratively. Huh. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Cancer. August. Cancer. August. So that night specifically, I wanted to say, and that's funny, the star pops out as we talk about the night. That night is going to be a really wonderful night for you to actually sit down and set those intentions, to really figure out what it is that you want, weigh it out, and then write it down. This is what I want in my money. This is how I want to feel more confident. This is what confidence looks like to me. This is what I want to be valued for. This is what makes me feel powerful and effective is the other word that Spirit is using. That's important for you this month. Okay, Cancer. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What does Cancer need to know? Ooh. Flying off screen. Dun, dun, dun. Flying because he's got those scary, leathery bat wings. Of course, the devil had to make an appearance. Nobody to worry about. We'll get into what his story is. But it's funny, he is actually, you might be, I think, like 3 out of 4 signs that I've read so far have gotten the devil. So don't be surprised. It's that eclipse season, pushing things out of your life, bringing things up to the surface for your examination. We'll get into that. Okay. Cancer. Need 3 more cards for Cancer. Sun, Moon, and Rising. The month of August 2017. What does Cancer need to know for their highest good this month, Spirit? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Wow, gorgeous. Okay. Just make sure you can see everybody at your party. Okay, Cancer, 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 Cancer. A lot of action this month. A lot going on. Feel like you're quite busy. You've got a lot on your plate. You're coming up against a lot. You're kind of it's like you are one against many. And I don't feel like it's like assailants. Like, oh my gosh, you have all these assailants coming after you. That's not what I'm feeling. I feel more like, oh my God, so many different projects and ideas and tasks coming at you from everywhere. And like you are the only one who can kind of field them and handle them. But oh my God, you can handle them. That Magician energy says, as a matter of fact, you're creating something amazing in August, despite the fact that you feel, you know, harried and embattled in some ways. Like you are up against a lot. Like you're up against a, you know, a worthy adversary, we could say. You've got what it takes. And I feel like you reach a really beautiful milestone this month. This is a month where you, again, it's like you bring something that was a thought into the earthly world. That is what the Magician is all about, is like, I have all the resources floating over my head. I have everything in my mind. Now if I can just put it on paper, or sit down at the craft table and create this, or whatever this is, whatever it is that you create, Cancer. You are the creator, as I said, well, I should say, as Spirit was saying during the intro. You are a creator by nature, whatever it is that you create. Brainchild, literal child. It's in your nature. Wow. Spirit is saying that you can come quite far. Again, they're using that word milestone. Like you are laying the foundation for something in August. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. And it does seem like there are moments where you feel down about it. You feel worried that it's not going to work out. You feel like you're struggling a little bit. You feel torn in some ways between like, is this really worth it? Am I doing this right? Like, is this how I'm supposed to be doing this? Should I be doing this a whole other way? Is this even fair? Is this correct? Spirit is saying you have to think about what your vision is for your life. What ideas fill you with hope? What ideas fill you with like, this is a magical life? if I could have this experience, this would be a truly magical life that I'm living. What leaps to mind when I say that, Cancer? For some of you, it might be a relationship. For some of you, it might be a certain career or a certain, again, like milestone, like a financial milestone or a location. These are general readings, Cancer, so I get a lot of messages, but the overwhelming message here is there's something that you want. And to have this thing means bumping up against your fears, your weaknesses, if we want to call them that, your challenges, those things that you fear or try to avoid in life. So in that sense, it is a struggle. It is a struggle to have to get the vision of the life that you want. But anything worth having is worth working for, right? And struggle isn't the worst thing that we can experience, and as a matter of fact, it can provide a really wonderful counterpoint to ecstasy and the pleasure of the victory of getting what we have worked so hard to have. So Spirit is asking you, Cancer, if you're ready to be honest with yourself and with others about what it is you really want, about what it is you really hope for. Because you have all this potential to create, and, you know, tarot is not fatalistic, and Spirit is not judgmental. You can do whatever you want, but they're saying that you have this calling, you have this feeling in your heart and your soul, and it's your mind that is kind of getting in the way. It's your mind that is pulling you between two different poles. There's an important decision to be made, and for some of you, like, they're talking about paperwork. There's a lot of, like, legal filing and signing of paperwork this month. And Justice is an important card. It is a card of often getting the law involved, legal matters, signing things, and also a good indicator that things will be just. So I like that, especially coming after that Two of Swords of will I or won't I, this way or that way, damned if I do, damned if I don't. And it's like, no, we're going to take off the blindfold. Justice is blind, but, you know, not me. I'm going to be looking very, very clearly at what the verdict is and what the evidence is to create that verdict. So I want to address this devil. The devil, if you've not been here before, Cancer, is not evil and is not representative of Satan or anything like that. The devil is about willing bondage, and not necessarily the kinky kind, not the cool kind. The scary, the limiting, it makes me feel defenseless or hopeless or caught kind. And in particular, the important thing about the devil is, again, I'm just going to bring this up for your inspection. On first glance, those chains are totally around their feet, and they're stuck there under this, you know, scary-ass monster. Who would leave, right? Totally understandable that they're still in the situation. But if you look closer, they're totally not chained. They're just kind of standing there near the chains because that's what it's like, feels like they're supposed to do. Like, I'm chained, right? So they're never going to run away as long as they feel swayed by just the fear and the appearance of being trapped. And followed immediately by the Seven of Swords, the card often known as like the card of retreat. Like, take what you can and go. Partial success. So, like, literally what they're saying for some of you is, like, take some of the stuff and recognize that you can't take all of it. And I mean literal stuff. Like, leave some of the furniture or some of the items or some of the whatever it is. Like, you need to kind of just take what you need and leave. And, like, again, you know, it is followed by this sense of, like, loss and a little bit of struggle and lack. But then it's followed by this card of power and creativity and warmth. And, like, we'll get to that in just a second because I don't want to gloss over this. You got to leave the past behind, Cancer. Spirit is coming through loud and clear with that. And Cancer, if this is resonating to a point where you're like, okay, I need you to, like, tune into my specific energy and talk to my spirit posses directly, my shop is linked below if you want to work with me one-on-one or get an email reading or however you'd like to do it. Introvert, extrovert reading, that's kind of how I like to think of it. The reason I say that at this point is for some of you, it's like you need to stop. It's leave the past behind, as Spirit said. That's also like it's time to stop. It's time to walk away from it, and then it's time to stop looking at it. It's time to focus on the future, lest you walk into a snake, lest you walk into a nest of snakes. Don't fall into old habits in August. Don't let mental baggage weigh you down, and don't let it keep you in a place where you don't feel at home, where you feel trapped, where you feel scared or insecure. That's what Spirit is saying with this Devil. It's time to let go. You can't carry everything, Cancer. You're a strong person, but you can't carry it all. And some of those thoughts are not worth carrying. Like, absolutely, you will have a lighter load and be better off without those thoughts, even if it means that you have to struggle a little harder. And I'm going to get specific and say that Spirit is saying for some of you it's walking away from a relationship. And it's like walking away from a relationship or an estate. Like, I'm leaving this whole place and all these things behind, as well as a relationship. Signing papers, signing either, you know, divorce or estate or whatever, and I gotta go. Like, even if it's harder, you are gonna be more powerful. Queen of Wands. Like, you know, you had couple other court cards in this reading, but I wasn't feeling you in those court cards. But when I see Queen of Wands, that is you this month, Cancer. And you can be a male Queen of Wands or a female king. The court cards have nothing to do with gender. The Queen of Wands is the ultimate creator. What have I, like, called you, like, 3 times? They always come in threes. Even though she is fire, typically, you know, she is warm, like you. She is nurturing like you. She fosters the talents and skills of other people. Cancer, to leave behind what you shouldn't and don't want to carry anymore is only going to make you more powerful. So it's like Spirit always comes through with what is for your highest good, and they're not beating around the bush. They're like, yeah, you might have to tighten your belt, or you might have to feel a little bit like lonesome and like worried, like, am I going to ever have that again, or am I ever going to feel like I have enough? Like, is that time ever going to come? It's coming. You feeling your power, you really stepping in to your full, creative, magical, black cat, magic wand, hello. Feeling your magical self and fully inhabiting it and trusting yourself to build your vision is what Spirit said. That is the key. Trusting yourself enough to drop the expectations, the demands, the baggage of other people and old versions of yourself. Woof! Boy howdy. Spirit coming in hard. Alright, let's look at your Fiercely Focused spread. Because this was a pretty exciting, intense, fertile, of course, for you, Cancer, fertile, reading. So I'm excited to see what Spirit says you should do to make the most of this month. See, if you haven't been here before, Cancer, this is where I'm going to do a quick 5-card reading about what you can do to best take advantage of the energies in the air right now. Pitfalls and potentials. The more aware you are, that is way too many. The more aware you are, the better you can navigate this. Wow. They're like, damn it. Okay, then, that was just one, so we'll take it. Beautiful. Beautiful card. The World. Like, I love this, especially coming after the Queen of Wands, and it's saying, like, yeah, you're worried about the struggle and you're worried about going without. You're going to have the world. The world is at your fingertips, Cancer. What more did you need? The world is like you're learning so much in August. Bird's eye view of your life. And talk about being in the perfect place to create a vision and follow it. like a bird's eye view, like, oh, that's my vision, boom. That's what I want. Zero right in on it. I love that. Get grounded this month, Cancer. That's the other thing I'm hearing about this card. Literally grounding yourself, like doing energetic grounding practices and, you know, actually getting outside with your bare feet in nature. But also rooting yourself and remembering to take care of your body, your hydration, even the way you eat, which is a perfect segue into looking at the card representing, so now I'm going to pull, I should say, 4 cards, Cancer, representing the 4 elements and 4 different areas of your life. This one being the earthly. Wow. It's like, boom, we're done. So this is your health, your work, your money, your career. What is it that Cancer needs to know in August? Wow, same card, different deck. And those stalker cards are for real, Cancer. When a card keeps repeating for you, it is asking for your notice. So, again, Spirit doesn't gloss over things. It's hard. It's difficult. It's difficult to let go of things, especially for you, Cancer. You know, you're sentimental. You hold on to clothes for years longer than you should, let alone, like, relationships and ideals and values that maybe aren't fitting of you anymore. But you have evolved past them. And Spirit's using that word evolve because you have the world. There's more to be had. We already know this, Cancer. There's more to be had, but Spirit wants to validate the pain and the struggle and the fear. Again, specifically, they want to use the word insecurity involved in walking away from something that was completely solid. Something that it's like you had it. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, as they say. Like, but the bird in your hand wasn't, you know, for you, so it's time to move on. It's okay to step forward. And on a very mundane level, just be careful with money this month. Don't go crazy and overspend. It'd be a good time, again, that new moon is in your house of money and values. Like, it'd be a good time for you to think about your budget. Where you can save money, where you can put a little money away because maybe you're thinking about going somewhere. Start putting that money away. Even if it's, you know, $2 a week, whatever you can do, Cancer. It's all about your mindset, okay? And then again, on a mundane level, give gratitude for what you have. Enjoy what you have so that you don't allow this feeling of lack and struggle to keep you from ascending to the level that is available to you in August. Okay. So now let's look at what's going on in your mind. What's going on in the mental realm? What are you saying or thinking or hearing in August? What does Cancer need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay, so immediately Spirit came through with the word lawyer. So a lot of you are dealing, again, in that Justice card. I hadn't even remembered that, but, like, yeah, so a lot of you are dealing with something in the courts or a legal matter. You're consulting someone very intelligent, and if this isn't a lawyer, like I said, you're consulting someone very intelligent, someone who makes probably a living off of their mind, or they just happen to be like a brilliant, like a wordsmith, like excellent debater, excellent truth teller, excellent writer, speaker, communicator. Like, I think of George Carlin when I see the King of Swords. I think of, you know, I think of the great philosophers. People who were so eloquent and so thoughtful that they changed the world. So who is this in your life, Cancer? Who leaps to mind? Who's like the person who you think of as like the most intelligent person I actually know? Like, I'm close enough to, like, if I, you know, picked up the phone and called them or texted them or emailed them, they would, you know, get back to me. Consult with that person. That person has some excellent advice for you, some excellent truth-telling to do. And if you are vacillating, that lady with, you know, the crossed swords and the blindfold of like, oh no, which way do I go? What do I do? Talk to that person. That person will give you a no bones, no bullshit, true answer about what they think you should do. That doesn't mean you need to then go follow that advice, but it could be a very good counterbalance to your own, often, you know, understandably emotional outlook, okay? And speaking of emotions, Cancer, let's look at your element. Cups, water, your emotions, your feelings. What is going through the heart of Cancer this month, Spirit, that they need to know about for their highest good? What is the emotional climate in August? Wow. Ooh, beautiful. Blossoming partnership or a beautiful, reliable love. Because again, these are general readings, Cancer, but the Two of Cups is usually a budding partnership. So something beautiful is, it's like you're making beautiful music together is what Spirit just said. So for some of you, that's literal. Like, you might be a duo or a band. But for some of you, it's like falling in love or the early stages of a relationship. There's chemistry, and Spirit is talking about healing. There's a healing in this partnership and in this love, in this creation. Whenever you create a vacuum in your life, Cancer, that you know needs to be created, Spirit fills it with something that is worthy of your new evolution. So trust that. If you're moving something out of your life, if you're letting go, or if life seems to be eclipsing something for you, whether you were ready or not, but you know it needed to go, like when you're honest with yourself, expect there to be some magic flowing in from another corner of your life that you didn't expect. Spirit honors courage always. It's just like, as within, so without. When you align with your own ideals, life tends to align better with you. Okay. So finally, let's look at what is lighting you up. What is energizing? Ooh. What is energizing you? What is activating your energy? Is firing, ooh, Cancer up in August. Ha. Same card, different deck. Fighting many battles, fighting many assailants, but look at that. You have the higher ground. So you might be one wand against many, Cancer, but you still have the advantage. You're tackling a lot. You're taking on a lot. No wonder you feel tired. No wonder you're struggling. You took on a lot. But if anybody can handle it, it's you, Cancer, the mother of the zodiac. Like, ain't nobody going through childbirth but the strongest warriors, right? So male or female, you've got the stuff to go through the painful, emotional labor, the energetic labor that it takes to create the life that you want. Never forget, Spirit is telling you in August, struggle you may, fight you may have to, but you have the upper hand, and the world is at your fingertips. Wow. I love it, Cancer. Another transformational month. You can't help yourself, vehicle of transformation that you are. What are your questions, Cancer? What are you thinking? What is resonating or not? Let me know down below or on social media, or you can email me. And definitely check out more about the new and full moons this month over at my blog, writteninthestars.co. Did you know I write horoscopes? I totally write horoscopes. Go check yours out. Thank you so much as always for joining me, Cancer. And again, happy anniversary. I really appreciate the likes, comments, subscribes. It really means the world. And I hope that this helps you create a more magical month. See you next month, Cancer.